Artstillery's mission is to use the arts to help to bring to light the stories that go unheard, that are threatened to be lost, or that need a platform. One of the many ways we do this is by gathering the oral histories and personal stories of a community, and we use that to make an immersive experience. Many people are curious how it's all done, so I'm going to have a little conversation about this year-long process. I'm going to break down the process into 3 parts: discovery, weaving, and action. There's a lot more going on, there's a lot more steps, but this will highlight when things transition. Discovery is the beginning. There's an idea or a spark from a community. For example, with Family Dollar, there were some houses scheduled to be demolished. The spark was finding a diary in one of the dilapidated homes. The first step of discovery is approaching community organizations and community leaders to partner with. We rely on them to guide us and find key people and find out more about the community. We start interviewing and documenting the stories by recording audio or video, and then we transcribe the interviews. We also connect with historians and dig into newspaper articles. As we're gathering the stories, we roll out a long piece of paper and write down the thoughts and moments that stand out. As we deepen the relationship with the community and learn its stories, we also find out more about their needs. Eventually, we find an issue and use our civic partners to create policy change, usually at the city level. All the stories, histories, and issues start to reveal connections, and with those connections, we initiate the next big part of the process: weaving. Weaving is all about making these connections and weaving one moment in one story to another moment in another source. The connections can be emotional or facts, but most importantly, a sense of truth. And by truth, we mean a lesson learned or an emotional truth. The most important part of weaving the moments together with ideas and history is keeping it grounded in the truth of the stories we're collecting. We want the work inspired from the stories, not invented from our own ideas. We do this by having open conversations with the team and continual touch points with the community members. We go back and we'll ask about details of chronology, of emotions and thoughts around the story so we can make strong connections. Soon a larger narrative appears. We take selections from the interviews and we'll copy and paste them into one large document. Story beats begin to appear and characters too, based on the real people. As the script develops, so do notes for sets, lights, sound, wardrobe, and creative ideas to immerse the audience. Once these elements come together, it's time for the final part of the process: action. Action has many parts and is the much more public-facing part of the process. As the script is being developed, we want feedback. We invite the community members and experts to a performance of what is becoming the key moments of the script. The community members, experts, and the audience talk together. We try and do this more than once, even as we're beginning to build sets, casting, and starting rehearsals. It's a very organic process that leads up to the opening of the immersive experience. At the immersive experience, the audience can hear the words captured in interviews spoken by actors.
I tell the man all the time, ain't nothing wrong with a man crying when he's crying for something.
Ain't nothing wrong with a man crying if he's crying for something.
Are you crying?
A man can cry as long as he has something worth crying for. Remember that.
After the immersive experience has its run, Artstillery continues. Archiving is relatively new to Artstillery. In the past, we haven't had the staff to properly archive the stories we've been collecting. The idea is to have that archive of stories and experiences available to the public. One way we're going to do that this year is with archive.org, an open source archive of everything on the internet, as well as music and other media. And soon, we hope to have a partnering institution, like a college or university, that has a fully funded archive. These stories to us are a treasure. We want them to have a platform outside the immersive experience we create. That's just one version and one way of experiencing these stories.